Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and in the last video we built kind of level one. We have everything set up so that our game can be played properly, but we didn't actually finish building level one. We're going to do that now. So let's think about what we want level one to look like. Well, we want some spikes to teach our player that if you hit the spikes, you die. We also want it to be somewhat difficult, but also not that difficult because we want them to be learning while they're playing the game. So let's take this first spike here and let's put it, pretty close to the player's start. Let's kind of put him in there. Let's make sure that there's not a gap between the spike and the floor, but we also don't want to overpower the floor either. Let's try to match it up pretty perfectly. Hey, that looks pretty great. Okay, so now there are going to be quite a few spikes on this level. I'm actually going to have 10 in this level. So I want to organize my stuff over here a little bit easier. And the way I'm going to organize it is I'm going to click Create. I'm going to create an empty. And that empty game object is simply just going to be a place to hold all of my spikes so I can kind of like minimize that and then ignore the spikes because by level 3 there's going to be too many of them. So I'm going to call this spikes, and then I will make this spike a child of the spikes object. So you see that? Now I can minimize it and hide the spike from in the hierarchy. Okay. So that's a gee whiz type thing. You can do that if you want to keep your games a little more organized. All right, so now I want to duplicate spikes. There's a very cool way to duplicate them very quickly. If I hit Control D, it creates a duplicate spike right on top of the spike that is there, right? And what I can do is I can actually just hold the V key, and notice that I have the dot kind of just goes to each corner. And if I hover over this right corner here and click and drag, it will actually drag it out to be exactly lined up with the other spike. So I can do that, Control D, V, drag, Control D, V, drag, Control D, V, drag. So now I have 5 spikes in my level, and I have a pretty good obstacle here for my player to navigate. So now I want to take all these spikes and actually, I'm going to duplicate the whole row and bring them up here to the top. And now we have a problem because my spikes are actually, they're supposed to be upside down, but they're not. So what I can do is with all of them selected, I go over here to the Z rotation and I change it to 180. Basically rotate it 180, right? And I'm gonna make sure they're right where they should be in my level. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now my level 1 looks great. It's all set up. Everything's good to go. Okay, so I'm going to build one more level. I'm not going to build all 3 of them, but I'm going to build one more level so you can just kind of see the workflow again for creating and expanding your game. You can make as many levels as you want. All you have to do is follow these next couple steps. Okay, first of all, I want to make sure all my V's are just V and not V1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we have multiple checkpoints in the level, we want to do the same with those. So all I have to do is select all of my V's, go up here, type a capital V and hit enter, and they all change into V, right? So now when my character hits any of them, he will die. If for some reason you get to the point where you're here and you play your game and your character will not die when he hits the spikes, check the name of your spikes because it's based on their name. Okay, so I'm going to save my scenes and I'll save my project while I'm at it. I'm going to go down here to level 2 and double click and open that up. All right, so very quickly, I'm going to go through this kind of fast. So, pardon me for not being slow on this, but you'll see why. So I'm going to go to my sprites, go to my level 2, 16 pixels per unit, turn off the filter and hit apply. I will bring in level 2, scale my camera up so that it actually can see the whole level. Maybe move the level around a little bit. There we go. Looks good. And I will change the background color of the camera to be black so it is consistent. Okay, background color is black. Now, go to my prefabs, bring in my first checkpoint, drop that guy right there, bring in another checkpoint, and put him right there at the top of the level. Okay. Now this checkpoint I'm actually going to rename so that it is checkpoint as well, because we want all of our checkpoints to have the same name. Bring in my player and drop him right on top. And guess what? I forgot to do something to the level. I forgot to add my collider. So add component, physics 2D, polygon collider. And then we'll just go in here and hit edit. And just start modifying my collider. So my level is nice. Now, if I was a better editor, then I would like speed up this process in post and just like, you know, maybe play some Benny Hill music over top of it, but I'm not going to. Because A, I'm lazy, and B, it's fine for you to see how long this process takes, because it's actually not a super long process. All right, boom. Especially if you don't do a great job like I'm not doing right now. That's not too bad. Okay. Alrighty. Now, obviously, this is a little bit more difficult the more complicated you've made your levels, but even still, with a super complicated level, it still probably won't be that hard to do. Alrighty. And it's especially easy because all you have to do is click like halfway through the collider thing just to create a new collider node. So, all right, so that was the whole process right there. Done and done. So now I have a box collider around my level. Perfect. Okay, I need an end level goal, and we'll put him right there. Actually, I want to put him on the roof. I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling froggy. Let's put him on the roof. Yeah, man. Okay, cool. And then my spikes. So I'm going to create an empty, I'll rename spikes. And I will drop a spike in here, boom, and I'll make him a child of the spikes thing. Put him right about there. Looks good. Control D, V, drag. Control D, V, drag. Control D, V, drag. Control D, hold V, and drag. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just duplicating spikes. Okay, perfect. So now I have one row of spikes. I can actually go in here and duplicate this entire thing and move them up. And I'll put them up here. Okay, and let's grab this guy. And if I grab an individual and then hold control, I can grab as many as I want. I'm going to duplicate these guys, throw them over here in this pit, and then I will duplicate them again. Oh, Control Z. Throw them down here, and I'll actually rotate them back to 0. Bring them down here. And you know what? I'm going to put some spikes up top too. So let's do like 5 spikes here. Control D. Oh, come on. There we go. Just to make it a little more interesting. All right, let's play test this level just to make sure it's actually playable. Make sure we didn't screw anything up horribly. Okay. Looks good. All right. Let's make sure my checkpoint is working. Oh, you know what? See, it's a good thing we play tested. Why is my character not dying when he hits the spikes? Well, it's because my spikes aren't named properly, right? So I'll go down here, go over there and click and type V, hit enter. Now I should be able to play the game. Okay, yay, I die. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Oop, I didn't mean to die that time. Okay, yay, my checkpoints are working. Okay, now I can't go to the next level because there's no next level. All right, so again, you can build as many levels as you want. I want you to build at least 3. You can see it doesn't really take a long time to build a level. We did that in like 5 minutes, maybe less. So you can build as many levels as you want. I'm only going to build the 2 here for the game or for this video because I don't want you. You don't need to sit through watching me build another level. So I'm going to click Save Scenes and Save Project. Now I'll show you how to make this game actually all work together. What we're going to do is let's go back to Scenes. Let's go to Open. And I want to go to my build settings. Now up here, we have scenes in build, right? Now there are no scenes in the build currently, but we want to add some scenes. I'm going to add the open scene here. I'm going to close out my build settings. I'll go to level 1, File, Build Settings, add it, close it out. Go to level 2, File, Build Settings, add it, close it out. Go to my end, File, Build Settings, add it. So now I have 2 levels and 2 splash screens, and all those scenes are going to be loaded into this build. Now I could build this game and play it right now, and then if I add another, like a 3rd level or a 4th level, I can create a new build of this game by just coming in here and adding those scenes to the scenes to build menu, and then build a new version of the game. Okay, but we need to play around with the settings just a bit because we want to make sure that this game opens up full screen and takes away that ugly dialog box. And we're also going to change the icon of the game too because we kind of have a cool icon already, which is our spike. So I'm going to take this default icon here and I will pick the V because it's a cool looking icon for our game. And yes, you can create a custom icon for your game, absolutely. Go for it, have fun. We're going to make sure the default is full screen. We're going to set the default to native resolution. We are going to disable the resolution dialog box. And sure, we'll allow full screen switch. I don't care. All right, looks good to me. You can even change your company name up here. Mr. Storm Games, if you really want to, that's fine. All right, my build settings are good. I'm going to click Build and Run. I will call this Gravity Game and hit Enter. Now it's going to build my game and I'll be able to play it. And we'll see if my game actually works. Come on, build my game now. Build it, build my game now. It's taking a long time to build my game. I just wrote that song. It's a good one, actually. You can take that if you want. If you want to like record that and then put it as sound effects in your game, you can do that. Ooh, nice. My game's open. Okay, so I have my main open, my main splash screen here. If I click the play button, fingers crossed, hopefully my first level will pop up. Ah, yeah, we win. I'm the best. Okay, so now I can play my game and I can die. And if I hit the end, hopefully I'll go to the next level. Ah, yeah, I win 1-0. All right, cool. So now I can actually play the game. And, you know, my checkpoints work, my end checkpoints work, and I win, right? Thanks for playing. And if I hit play, I can go back to level 1, or if I hit quit, the game exits for me. Okay, so that is the entire project. That's the whole project. So if you, this is your opportunity. And again, I'm giving you 2 weeks to do this, okay? So this is your opportunity to really impress me. Build some cool levels, build some cool, make a cool character, make it look really, really nice. I want to see your unique personality come through in this project. And when you're done, submit it on Canvas, and then I will grade them. And who knows, there might be a prize for the best game. But this is your first fully completed project. You can actually build this game and give it to your friends, and they can actually play this game that you made. Okay? And the only difference, the only thing that keeps you from making an awesome game versus just a blah game that I'm gonna just give you a grade for is the amount of effort you're willing to put into this project. So do something crazy. Go outside of your comfort zone. Just get wild. Make some cool looking art. Make a really nice looking game. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to let you get started because you do have a lot of work to do. So thank you for paying attention and I will see you next term.